Righto, so ran a bit into the darkness, but we've got it fitted out, lined out, or whatever you want to say. There you go. We've just nailed in across top this morning so these sheets can go in later, but that's a two-person job. But I will get the sheets and cut them to size anyway. Now, there's more panelling to go on here because there's going to be a set of barn doors through here, so we're going to put some more of this actually on this side to help reinforce it. But before we do any of that, I've got to double check exactly where I want all my power points and light switches and have to drill holes for that and have that because it's going to be a pain in the ass to do it later. But when the house came with us, it actually came with four sheets of this. Now, I don't know how good they are. There's a good chance the two that were in the middle might actually be alright for that, being how expensive plasterboard is these days, which is a lot more than what I thought. We're going to reuse what we can where we can. So a lot of the stuff we've already pulled off in the room anyway, I'm going to be able to put back because they're actually good cuts. So the stuff along the wall there and that should be fine still. It's all tucked away. Hopefully it's still good. Yeah, this will all get changed. None of this gets changed. In there's getting redone. So we still have to buy a lot of sheet, but there's out here won't be so bad because this wall's getting covered. That's going to get like VJ all through here. This will be plaster through here anyway, but at least change that to VJ, and then you got the door, and then maybe plaster that. Some of this will be covered out anyway, and then obviously the ceiling is the big thing. So when we get to that stage, we're going to require a few people and go from there because none of that looks exciting. And we still got a nut down where we're going to put a manhole. Now the original manhole was here. Whether it goes back there, it might do. We'll figure that out as we go. What we're going to do now is this stuff to go here. So it just matches around the corner. So we're going to nail a bit of wood in here to butt this up against, clean all this glue off here. We're going to get a bit of a marker to put a corner in here and then butt everything up between that because we will have obviously a bit of trim in here later on which will help cover an edge up there if it's not quite right. So that's our job now. So we can start with the complete ones and work our way up, and those ones that are fallen apart when we remove them and so on, we will reconstruct those as we go. But for now, we'll get all the complete ones in, and then put those rest back together as we go. So hopefully, it doesn't have too many dramas with that. Right, so we chucked that wood in. That stuff's gluing. She looks pretty alright. We've chucked this first bit of door frame in. Now this is lower than the standard height for a normal door, which we're aware of. So we're actually doing wider but narrower. So a bit of the TARDIS effect, small, big on the other side, that sort of thing. So that'll work out right. We've got that in there as reference. Now the thing we've got to do here is build the piece of wall in above where this door's going, which is right here. Now a gap height here from bottom of that to here is 2270. We need a hole that's 2140, which gives us about 130 mil to play with. So we've already chewed up 35 there. We'll chew up another 35, which gives us 50 mil. So it's going to just be a chunk of stuff. So going to try to find something that's 50 mil and just pretty much wedge it in there. These rods, these will have to get cut off. That'll have to get cut off, but yeah. So we're going to wedge a bit of stuff in there, see if we can just whip it together. And then that's another one done. And then we got to get that cladding off of there for this, so we can actually do the face across the front of that, and then we can edge in a bit of that out there anyway, because that comes a veranda eventually, but this will get boarded. This corner will end up boarded, and we'll board right across the top of this for door structure, just for strength wise. It's you know, got it all apart, might as well add some extra stuff in.